This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Rachel Fife.
Well, welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Now, if you suffer from addictive behaviors, post-traumatic stress, migraines, chronic pain, or anxiety, and you're looking for a treatment therapy, well, this resource may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Dr. Christa Riley, with the Ketamine Healing Clinic of Orange County. Now, Dr. Riley, how is it going?
It's going well. Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'll
I
tell you
appreciate
what,
the
we're
opportunity
really,
to share.
I'm really excited. I know my listeners will be excited to learn all about your clinic. So tell us all about it.
Well, I actually am a new owner of the clinic. The clinic has been, it's been in Orange County for a few years now. Originally it was there was one started up in Los Angeles, and the owner then opened one in Orange County about 3 years ago, I believe. And I recently purchased both clinics. So I'm new to Orange County, but not new to ketamine therapy. And the clinic is located on Newport Boulevard, 1640 Newport Boulevard. And did I say that right? That's right. Yes. And we are open right now 3 days a week, hoping to increase that to 5, so that we'd be
Okay.
open Monday through Friday.
Okay, great. Well, how did you get into this business? And tell a little bit more of what this therapy involves.
Sure. I'm a practicing anesthesiologist. I've been practicing anesthesiology for about 20 years now. And I most recently worked at Veterans Hospital in Richmond, Virginia. And that is where I got my experience using ketamine therapy outside of the operating room. I've been using ketamine in the operating room for my entire career. It's a fantastic medication for acute pain, as well as being an excellent anesthetic. But we are now finding that it is very effective for treating nervous disorders as well as chronic pain. And so my experience with using it as a therapeutic mechanism for chronic pain and nervous disorders happened at the VA in Richmond, Virginia, where we started a ketamine therapy program for veterans with chronic pain. And it's been very effective. We actually have a 1 year waiting period now to get into that clinic. It's in such high demand because not only were we finding that, yes, we were able to actually help with the chronic pain, but many veterans that also have PTSD were saying their PTSD is better as well.
That's wonderful. Well, what do you think are maybe some myths or misconceptions in your industry?
I think a lot of people think of it as it's like using drugs, and it's like using a recreational drug, and that's definitely not what it is. It's because this therapy is given under the care of a physician or a PA or a nurse practitioner. The patients are monitored. And we're using specific dosing regimens depending on the treatment that the condition that we're actually treating. So for chronic pain, we use higher doses. Mood disorders, we can use a lower dose with a shorter infusion time. And we are combining this with setting intentions, following up with patients, making sure that they are not having too much dysphoria with the infusion, that they're not experiencing agitation later. So this is a monitored therapy. And I think that's one of the things people don't understand.
Wow. Well, we know marketing is really the heart of every business. So how are you finding the patients to your clinic?
That's been a challenge in Orange County because I find not many people know that we're there. So I'm in the process. If anyone were to go to the website, they would see the previous owner. I'm in the process of overhauling the website. We're going to be doing SEO and SEO, increasing the SEO, and also doing some Google ads. And I'm also looking to create some outreach to the community via psychiatry offices, therapy offices, and neighborhood events. and doing
Wonderful.
things like this.
Yeah, yeah. Now, have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
I have. Right now, with the business, time is definitely a challenge, but it is something I have thought about for sure, because I think that's one of the fastest ways to reach, the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, outside of work, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I really enjoy Southern California. I love the beach. I love hiking, and I get to do both in the Southern California area. I am from the East Coast, born and raised in Florida, and then I've lived most of my adult life in Virginia. Did a vacation out to Southern California a few years back and just fell in love. So just knew that this is where I needed to come because I could do
Wonderful.
everything here.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, Dr. Riley, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Ketamine Healing Clinic of Orange County.
Well, I think one thing you should remember is that if you choose us to help treat your nervous disorder or your chronic pain, that we're going to take very good care of you. You're going to be in good hands, and you're going to have compassionate but um, innovative care.
Wonderful. And then, how can our listeners learn more about the Ketamine Healing Clinic?
Well, right now you can go to the ketaminehealing.com. That is the website. Like I said, it's not updated, but it will be very soon, probably by the end of the week, if not early next week. And there's information there. I also would encourage anybody interested in therapy to consider booking a consult with us. Any consultation that you book, if you decided to book a therapy with us, that money would be credited to the therapy.
Wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
Dr. Riley, I just really appreciate you being on the show, and I wish you and your clinic really all the best of luck moving forward and success.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnporangecounty.com. That's gnporangecounty.com, or call 714-941-8862.
Wow, you did great. What